Today we're talking about AI. AI is the present, you being part of Google. What is the future like then?
It's just phenomenal how fast the AI business and technology is growing. I am on the AI infrastructure team that builds the high-end infrastructure that the AI models can be trained on. A lot of people I talk to, the first thing they say, hey, AI is gonna take our jobs away, and why are you doing this?
Right.
And we are scared. So the counter to that is, as a matter of fact, I had an event with the Google developer group just 2 days ago, and I asked an audience of 150 developers, and I asked who is scared that their job is going to be taken away. Not a single hand was raised. These are developers. So in general, there's a group that is scared of AI, and there's a group that let's build and complement and do magic with AI. If you go to Silicon Valley today, it's just amazing how creative and innovative physicians. My wife is a physician. She left her physician job to join an AI startup as a medical director, working with engineers to train their AI models.
Right.
So every field is going to be impacted, and it all depends upon how can you reskill yourself fast enough and benefit from it.
Absolutely. You've done a lot of volunteer work and are part of board members also of many organizations. Would you like to shed some light on it also?
Oh, absolutely. And again, the credit goes to boss. Really, a lot of things that I'm successful in today, boss had a major role to play. So I've been part of multiple organizations. One of the organizations I co-founded in Silicon Valley with a broader team was Organization of Pakistani Entrepreneurs. A lot of those folks have matured into, Dilawar Sayed is now on the cabinet. He was one of the volunteers with us. So it's fun. So Open is in 18 chapters. We should develop partnership. The who's of who in the Pakistani network are part of Open. And again, the whole notion of, as you're working on, and the phenomenal team that you have, connecting the alumni together with the premise that how can you make it more efficient and effective, the connections and initiative, that was the premise for Open as well.
Right.
And amazing stories have come out of it. So that is on my mentoring, coaching new entrepreneurs and professionals that come to the Valley and even here in Pakistan. The other board that I've been a part of is Human Development Foundation. Again, you need to have ties to your home country.
Absolutely.
If you leave your country, there's always this guilt. I could have done more there. And these are one of those things. So hdf.com is the website.
Right.
We adopt villages in the remote areas of Pakistan with the goal to take them out of poverty. And we have a whole model. It was a spin-off from APPNA, which is the Association of Pakistani Physicians.
Absolutely.
An amazing group of passionate board members and volunteers who are the who's of who in the Pakistani community there. And we raise millions of dollars from the US and try to have impact here. So giving back and volunteering stemmed from boss, and I've just, again, continued that, and we love it.
Wow. You know, you frequently visit Pakistan almost every year, maybe twice a year also. Tricky question. Where do you see Pakistan in almost 2 decades from here?
So first of all, the passion and energy I've seen in the youth here, and the willingness, the Google developer group event that I spoke about, that is happening this week. A lot of meetings that Google is organizing. Google is very interested in coming to Pakistan, and the passion, energy, and is unmatchable. They just have to be steered in the right direction. I have a lot of hope, and the hope at the grassroots level. Forget what's happening at the top political scene, which is unfortunate. But as long as at the grassroots level, people are willing to make change, are following their passion, never giving up, I have huge hopes that Pakistan can reach huge heights. There are hundreds of thousands of Beaconhouse alums across the globe. If you just start from here and connect them, their business partnerships, some alum here, some alum outside, they connect with each other, find similar use case and industries of interest. The one abroad want to have partners local for cheap low-cost development, but the best development available. The ones here want to have an international outreach. So what you folks are doing, that connection, if you make that happen, and then others replicate that, magic will happen.
Inshallah. We're on it. We're on it.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we get to hear a few words which stay with us and we follow them. What were those words which were said to you and you really followed in your life?
One thing that I now strongly believe and tell everyone, and somebody told me, is that nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible if you have the will, you have the faith, and in the process you create the skills to achieve that. I live by that today. I tell my kids who are entrepreneurs themselves that live by that as well.
Coming to it, like, you know, let's hear the story about your kids and they being the entrepreneurs at a very young age.
Yeah, no, happy to share that. So
Please.
I have a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old, boy Nile Chaudry and daughter Punhal Chaudry. Both of them during the pandemic started a baking business out of home just to actually because we told them no video games and no Netflix. We started this company called Lajawab Treats.
Lajawab Treats.
Yes, and their Instagram is @Lajawab Treats. And then fast forward, Food Network.
Okay.
It's a Warner Brother program. They have a program called Kids Baking Championship. They reached out to both my daughter and my son. After multiple auditions, my son and daughter made it to top 25.
It's a pride moment for Pakistani and for a father also.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
My son made it to actually top 11, got onto the show. This is the season 11 of Food Network Kids Baking Championship. And this year, they aired it and he actually won that competition.
Wow.
And he was crowned the Kid Baking Champion of North America. Since then, the business has skyrocketed. As soon as we get back, they have a 3-tiered wedding cake due at for a couple, beautiful couple, etc. So yeah, so there's so much learning in the process, and at a young age, if you get into this and you learn, and one thing I like to call out and emphasize there, it just didn't happen naturally. It was because we used to volunteer for Open, the entrepreneurial organization, I and my wife, and I used to lead that. That got into, we brought our kids, were part of our volunteer activities, that inspired them, and unintentionally, that's how things happen and surprises happen. And, and it's worked really well so far.
Excellent, mashallah. Did they rise and shine more?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right. In the end, what pearls of wisdom would you like to share with the young minds of Beaconhouse across the globe?
So I don't want to say pearls of wisdom. This is more of what, again, I would like to emphasize on absolutely nothing is impossible. A lot of times I mentor a lot of youth, and one of the things that again and again I hear is, I tell them, have you reached out to the head of this company? And they will be scared. They're like, how can I send a message to the CEO of a company? And I'll tell them, what's the worst that can happen? Will that person come and slap you or hit you or punish you that you email them? No. Would they penalize you? No. And even further, if they don't respond, I tell them to send a reminder that in case it went to the junk and you forgot to respond. And again, I see a lot of fear in people that, how can I do this? If you get over this, you don't ask, you don't get. And if you get into this model of, if I don't ask, that opportunity is never going to be even available to achieve. So ask every single moment for help, for resources, shamelessly, and create opportunities and do it at scale.
Right.
If you reach out to 10 people, probably one person will go out of the way and help you. So the absolute number should be way more so that your 10% is a higher absolute.
Absolutely.
So never be scared.
Right.
Reach out for help, have a higher goal, and learn new skills to achieve that. Nothing is going to stop you, and I guarantee everyone, whoever does that, will achieve the highest possible goals that they have set for themselves.
Thank you. How profound. On this positive note, we end our Boss Memory Lane. Thank you so much.
Beaconhouse Old Student Society, BOSS, building a community together.